Sorry, so I did a little bit of a shortcut there, and I didn't really explain this point. So this person's saying that they disagree that mixed reviews will have an impact. It won't, not at all. And let me explain why. And this is one of those things that if you're in the industry, it's just like such common knowledge that you don't think about it that much of explaining it. But it's how reviews work on Steam. So now, if you're a small developer, this is why reviews, I say again and again and again. If you go to a small game and you want to give it a negative review, don't give it a negative review. Leave your comment in the forums so that the developer has a chance to respond to it and give you more either context or say, hey, I can fix that, or say no, and then you can don't give a negative review if you can help it. Because here's what happens is, like my game, the Anacrusis, is mostly positive reviews, but we're not in the discovery. You have to be very positive to be in the discovery queue, excuse me. And the discovery queue is how people find games and how your game rate rises up and other people get to just find out about it, discover it. And so that's how you really can impact sales on small games. And that's why I say small games, you don't want to do that unless you want to be a really big jerk, which I know there are people, but if you like games, you want people to make more games. And to make more games, you want them to be able to sell some games. It's all tied together. But in there, like our mostly positive doesn't hurt us. So if you come to the site, I don't think it hurts us. But it doesn't like put us into the discovery queue because I think it's only at our age of game. It's like new games get a chance at it until they settle down, and then overly positive or whatever. And so that's fine. Like I said, right, I'm honest about our game. But for games that are coming out, that has a big impact on sales. For something like Monster Hunter, nope, not at all. It is in the discovery queue no matter what. Because the sheer number of sales it has and versus returns, right? That's the other thing. That's why I like when, what was it, the day before or whatever, like totally tanked and went crazy. Like that had a bunch of sales, but has so many returns that's going to tank its ability to be in the rightfully in the discovery queue, because essentially Valve doesn't want to sell you a game that you're not going to like. They don't want that negative reaction. They only want to sell you games you want to play. Even if you don't play them and you just put them in your backlog, that you want to play them. That's what they want to sell you, right? It's an honest transaction between you and Valve and Steam. And so that's how the discovery queue works, because they only want to surface things that they think not only are you interested in, but that you'd want to play and that other people wanted to play. And so again, that is why the mixed reviews on Monster Hunter will have no impact on it, because it just short circuits the discovery queue. But while small developers, I'm going to say this again and again, the best thing you can do, the nicest thing you can do is leave a positive review. That super helps, especially if there's tipping points of numbers of reviews, especially early on. And then the other thing is don't leave a negative review. Instead, leave your negative review essentially in the forums, in the Steam forums. And if they don't respond then, you can decide that they were jerks or whatever, but I mean, my game's out there over a year and I'll respond to anybody in the Steam forums and talk about it and try to explain. We're trying to debug a bug someone had, which they said there's no checkpoints, there's no safe rooms. What? Like, I think that's not a bug that can exist, but yet I'll still respond. I'll try. I don't know. So yeah, that's why I said that it won't have any an impact on reviews. I get what you're saying. If you go there and you see mixed reviews, you may not buy it. But really, a game like Monster Hunter, you've decided if you're going to buy it or not before you even gotten to it, right? And then the long tail of sales will have an impact, might have an impact with the reviews. But the reality is that if 1.4 million people are playing it at the exact second on opening day, you probably have sales of probably 2 to 2.5 million at least. You're doing